Hello to the gamers. Welcome back. Can I tell you something that happened to me this weekend? Like many people, I have a group chat with friends of mine who are scattered about the world now. We were all connected together for a brief period in college. I was just shooting the smack in the group chat, right? And I was talking to a friend of mine in there, and I was, he was talking about how his life's going. I was talking about how my life's going. I was talking about how I'm a little burned out on parenting, little light on free time lately. And he started talking to me like very, I've been friends with this guy for 20 years. And he started saying things like, you know what? Like, don't forget that the work you do is like very valuable. And like, you've helped a lot of people and it's like a noble cause and stuff like that. And I was kind of like, why is this guy? I mean, like, he's not being rude. If anything, he's just being so nice that like the vibe was a little bit different than it normally is. But I was like, it's fine. We were talking about life. A couple hours later, bing bong, check the group chat. And I'm looking for my messages. And I'm like, what the hell? None of my 4 hours of messages were in the group chat. Where did they go? Turns out, homie was in the DMs with me. I thought that I was in the group chat and thus the vibe was a little bit more casual. But from his perspective, I DM'd him out of the blue and was like, hey, I'm having a rough time right now, which is not even the tone of what it was, but I think that's how he had to take it. Pretty good, right? I was laughing. I told the group chat, I was like, hey, I've been talking to this guy for, like 2.5 hours on and off while my daughter's in between classes and stuff. I didn't even realize that I wasn't in the group chat. I was wondering why nobody else was chiming in. I thought it was a great conversation. But I was like, man, I must be making the vibe like super off because he's giving me like the don't kill yourself sort of conversation. And I was just sort of like, I'm doing all right, but like it'd be nice to have an hour and a half to play Ballatro sometimes. Good friend though. Yeah, he was telling me like don't do anything rash. Join a rec softball league and stuff like that. He was pulling out all the stops. And I was like, man, I think I'm okay. Also, I thought I had a great classic joke, Groucho Marx style, and I rolled a nat 1 on my charisma again. Saturday, Kate was like, do we have any frozen dumplings left? I said, yeah, we got some. She said, can you make it for me? I said, yeah, no problem. Husband of the year. We had 5 left in the bag, pan-fried 5 beautiful dumplings. She ate 3.5 and then said, you can have the rest. Out of nowhere, I said, if I'd known you weren't that hungry, I would have cooked more. I thought it was a 10 out of 10. I thought that was a classic all ages joke that anyone age 8 to 80 could laugh at. She hit me with a huh, and I said, do you get it? And she said, oh, and I went, ah. I did think it was pretty good, Fokker. It must have been the delivery. But also, I'm tired of changing my delivery. Like, if my joke doesn't hit, like, why do we always act like it's the comedian's fault? Why can't it be the audience's fault? Sorry, I guess you just weren't astute enough to pick up on what the punchline was there. Sometimes I think the receivers got to adjust themselves. If you're fucking hopped up on crystal meth, and then you go see like a quiet ass movie, and you're like, oh, it's a little boring. That's your fucking fault, dude. You should have been drunk or on an edible or something. Similarly, if you go see Hardcore Henry, and you took an edible like an hour and a half before the movie started, and you're like, I kind of fell asleep. That's on you, man. You should have taken crystal meth, maybe. I don't know. I've never done it, and I never will, and neither should you. I thought I landed a 10 out of 10 joke in Chibley's chat, too. He said he's been playing TFT lately, and he loves it. And I said, of course, it's the perfect Gen Z game. All you do every round is spend all your money and then watch the game play itself. -2, -2, -2. TFT is my co-regulating device. TFT is my comfort game. Fuck you, man. I'm throwing out pearls and getting swine in return. Anyway. Bandle today is par 1 and it's bullshit. Okay, 1 second. 2014, 3.4 billion views. It's Roar by Katy Perry. Nope. Here's a little ditty about Jack and Diane. Yeah. I just need to hear that. We are young. Is this we are young? Fun, we are young. Nope. Okay, we go again. I got a pocket full of sunshine. I got a bum full of poo-poo. I'm gonna know it, bro. It's Pachelbel's canon, right? This has got the Neptune's DNA all over it. My father said, Ben, you're gonna live your life right. Oh, daddy dear, I'm not the fortunate one, but girls, they want to have fun. Something like that. Oh, okay, yeah. 3, 2, 1. Starbucks lovers who say, I've got a blank space baby and I'll write your name. I know it. Please get it before the hint. Empty area, that's a tough one. She does say Starbucks lovers, right? Oh, those Starbucks lovers who think that I'm insane. She says star-crossed lovers? I thought she was kind of like dunking on a coffee shop. Me, after watching The Social Network, walking into Starbucks and talking to the barista, hey, lose the star. It's cleaner. What? White boy walks into Starbucks and orders in perfect Italian. Bucks coffee. In stunning economic news, the Starbucks Corporation wiped out $37 billion in economic value today with one simple pen stroke. I'm pretty sure it's Starbucks lovers. That's right, because she's kind of dunking on them, right? She says, the Starbucks lovers who think that I'm insane. It's long list of ex-lovers. Long list of ex-lovers who think that I'm insane. Dude, it's Starbucks lovers. And you love the game. You just lost the game, by the way, and you're breathing manually. Hey, by the way, I have to give props to SNL. This is why I say there's no heuristics in life, okay? Or no perfect heuristics, at least. The Beavis and Butthead sketch? The Beavis and Butthead stitch? The Beavis and Butthead sketch. Funny. It was incredibly funny. I don't know if I'd go that far, but here's what I would say. I laughed, and also, it was the aura coming off the screen was so powerful that I regret saying that I'm sick of Ryan Gosling. Ryan Reynolds, I stand by it, but Ryan Gosling presented a very likable tone when he was on, well, I only saw that sketch, but still. Did you enjoy Tiger Woods shaking the tree's hand? I got a lot of thoughts on golf for somebody who's never seen it, okay? Or never seen much of it. I have previously said that I respect the baldness horseshoe, okay? That's a big joker. That's a big joker right there. But I'm willing to say that I was wrong in this one specific case. Tiger Woods has got to shave his head, man. And I'm just, because like, it's not even about him at this point. When you become a public figure, a sports deity on the level of Tiger Woods, it's not about you anymore, I'm sorry to say. It's about me. It's about me. The author in this situation has died, and the consumer is the person who has ownership over the property. Tiger Woods can't look old because that makes me feel old. It's that simple. So if he would just, I think if he shaved his head, he would get the aura back, man. Because right now, I feel like he's going out there, he's not presenting the avatar of a golfer that should be feared. He's given like, I mean, he knows that he's going bald. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to be rude to the guy. I'm just saying, he can do whatever he wants. I'm just saying it makes me feel old to see Tiger Woods looking his age, which is not fair to Tiger because we all go through it, but Nah, he looked legit terrible at the Masters. You see how hard it is to be a man in today's society? Bro's literally there playing golf, and yet we can't resist critiquing, like, his avatar, man. You should get hair plugs together. If Tiger wanted to go to Turkey with me, I'd get some hair plugs with Tiger Woods. Be a heck of a story, at least. Sorry, yeah, it's not called hair plugs anymore. It's called a hair system. Do they still... They look good these days, don't get me wrong. Do they still take it from your butt? Because I kind of feel like with the amount of money that it costs to get a hair system, can't they just take it from somebody else's head of hair instead of my own ass? Like, I feel... Whose head? I should be able to choose, man. Isn't it like 20 grand? They take it from the back of your own head? They're robbing Peter to pay Paul? Is that what you're saying to me? $7. Sean Connery trying to buy Arizona iced tea in Joe Biden's America? $7. What the shit is this? The can says 99 cents. 99 cents. You don't like that one? Sean Connery is reincarnated and disturbed by the inflation. It's +2. Sean Connery cooking... Sean Connery from Highlander 2 cooking a buffalo wings recipe. Frank's Red Hot sauce. What the fuck is this? Irma Gerd, it's James Burns. Yes. It's me. Irma Gerd, Gershbumsburgs. I don't know if my Sean Connery impression is working. I'm trying. Sometimes you just... This is what it's like to be in the writer's room, I imagine. You just throw out enough bad ideas and eventually they're repeated enough that it sounds funny. And then they relent and say, fine, that'll be the lead sketch. And there you go. You got 90 minutes of content on Saturday Night Live. All right, chat. Everyone's been asking... I've resisted getting into this because it's kind of a problematic question. They say, NL, where do you stand on this dilemma? Would you rather have a Burning Man son or a Coachella daughter? I feel like I'd rather have a Coachella daughter, to be honest, because I think that at least at Coachella, they're just having fun. Burning Man is like, it's not just a festival, it's like a transformative retreat that is like, this is the way that society could actually be. And then you come back from there and go back to your job, like securing venture capital funding for Doordash 3.0 or whatever. Man, fuck you. I have a friend who went to Burning Man. I like him. I don't like the fact that he went to Burning Man, but people are multifaceted. You could say, hey, fuck this part of you. The rest of you's invited. You think Dennis Morton's ever been to Burning Man? Absolutely. But here's the thing. I don't think Dennis Morton would ever talk about it. I think instead of talking about it... Oh, this is good. Okay, my daughter wants a hug from me. One moment, please. One moment. All right, chat, bring it in, bring it in. Your daughter's not in school? She's 3.5. She doesn't start school for 5 months? 5 months? Hi, honey. Wow, what is that? A pug with headphones on? Where did we get that? In your coat pocket? Did you take it from daycare? Why don't you show it to the camera, honey? Here, put it right here. Whoop. A pug with headphones. Very cool. I don't know where it came from, honestly. You didn't steal it from the drugstore, did you? Oh, maybe it came from a Happy Meal. TwitchCon son or Coachella daughter? I mean, you already know the answer. It's Coachella daughter. Because she's just normal. No disrespect. I met many great people at TwitchCon, I did. You wouldn't catch me at Coachella, though. That's interesting. You might catch me at Hillside, am I right, fellow what's the demonym, librarian? What's the demonym for a person from Guelph, Ontario? A Guelphite? I'm not even trying to be funny. That seems like the most logical. Guelphian? It is Guelphite. Holy cow. English is crazy because I never learned that. And there's no rules in English, brother. I tried to tear the Wright brothers off the ceiling. And yet still, it just sounds right. Like Guelphite sounds right. Why'd you ask librarian? They know how to find relevant information fast. I don't even remember why I was talking about it. Why was I talking about Guelph? Oh, because of the Hillside Music Festival. You catch me at Hillside. Seeing Green Go or Library Voices or Japan Droids or like the Arkells before they sold out to CTV. Yeah, you can catch me there. There's no doubt about that. I saw Japan Droids at Pat's Pub in 2007. Listen, are you talking about Pat's Pub? Wait, I was thinking of Ben's Pub. Sorry, I got confused. I probably was about to ask a question that wouldn't have made any sense. Pat's Pub is on Hastings. That would explain why I've never been. I've been to Pub 340. That might be like... That might be Canby in Hastings, but... It's not 100% my tempo. I'll give you that for free. Craziest part about NL is that he got a bio degree with no searching skills. Trust me, that's not the craziest part. Secondly, what the fuck are you talking about? Craziest part of NL, he got a bio degree with no search... Wait, would you, if you had 9,000 people that corrected everything you said, would you look stuff up instead of playing a video game? No, you'd be fucking, hey Jamie, pull that up. Then if they're wrong, we blame them, we don't even blame me. Just because you don't have the same social resources as me, you think you're better than me because you got a fucking Google Scholar subscription that came free with your tuition, aka came free with the purchase of $25,000. Google Scholar's free for everyone. Yeah, for now. Probably. What were we talking about? Hey, NL, you seen any of the Fallout series yet? We need to criminalize unauthorized use of the word yet. I have not seen the Fallout series yet. I will never see the Fallout series, in all likelihood. It's not on my list of things to do. It's not a desire that I harbor in my cerebellum. It's merely yet another media property that I personally have no interest in interacting with. It's good. Yeah, they're all good, basically. We're looking for something a cut above that. No, they aren't. They mostly are. People are like, 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like, most television programs that come out these days get somewhere between an 80 and a 100 on Rotten Tomatoes. They give the reviewers the first 3 episodes, they pose interesting questions, and then with no answers, the reviewer is like, what am I supposed to do? I'm interested to see where the mystery goes. I gotta give it a 6.1, so it gets that red tomato. I'm starting to resent the binge model of television. Because, I thought Fallout honestly just came out. Didn't it just come out, last Monday? And then the finale came out, 2 days ago? And I'm like, the chance to be part of the cultural moment is now already gone. It was only in the discourse for, a week. No, it all came out on Wednesday? I was going to say even worse, but what do I care? Because I'm not going to see it anyway. So I'm glad that you got to watch it all this weekend. That's great. I'm just saying there used to be there's an echo in television. You would watch Everybody Loves Raymond, 8 p.m. CBS on Mondays, and then you would laugh your ass off and be like, it's the funniest show I've ever seen. And then you would go to school or work and you would talk about it with the coworkers and other students in your class. And that was the second alarm of the 2-alarm chili of watching great TV. And you'd be like, oh, I wonder how the conflict between Marie and Deborah is going to shake out. And what's Raymond going to do? His allegiances are divided. Nowadays, it's like, I already saw the series finale. Marie dies. Fucking who cares? Everyone hates their coworkers now. I worry that everybody hates everybody now. Not everybody, but some people. Did you see the discourse that popped up on Twitter because of like a completely innocuous photo where the dude, the millennial, case in point, he leaned down and he took a picture next to a pub sign that said like, no kids allowed, but please bring your dogs. And he was like, yeah! That I have no problem with. I described it as an innocuous photo. Some of the replies to it actually made me feel like the fundamental fabric of society is eroding. People were running a thought experiment that was like, if your pet and a stranger's child were drowning, which one would you save? And then people were like, the stranger's child, obviously. 4 likes, 100 replies. My dog, obviously. 17,000 likes, like 12 comments. And I'm like, what is going on here, man? Just save both. I reject me. I'm Michael Phelps. I reject the premise of the question. I would save both. Are you mad at me? I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying, like, okay, Tomo's down here. If it's Ruka and it's some stranger's 6-year-old and they're both getting pulled down by the undercurrent and I can only save one, Ruka, I gave you a good life. You're making a noble sacrifice. I'm going for the kid, man, 100%. Tomo, we'll talk about it. Ruka's a strong swimmer. He can handle himself. Now, I can swim, but I'm not that good of a swimmer. So, like, it's possible that everybody involved is going to perish if I'm the one that has to try to save us. So I would really rather, like, somebody else did it. But if nobody else is there, then you got to do what you got to do, man. These hypotheticals never happen, though. You ever hear of a little thing called visualization? It's a foundational element of sports psychology. You at the damn firehouse. Bro, why are we going over what we would do in a fire? We're not in a fire right now. Why don't we just wait for the fire and like play it by ear? You know what's crazy too? I don't mean this to be rude. And I like pets. I have pets myself. I guess I'm an asshole in a way because I just value human life higher. It's hard to admit that these days. People don't like, comedy's illegal. That being said, what if it was your goldfish about to die of thirst or someone else's hamster about to drown? Who do you save? Because I mean, I know people are very attached to their dogs and their cats, don't get me wrong, and their Komodo dragons and shit like that, but once we get down in the goldfish territory, guinea pig my friend had guinea pigs growing up, and it was not like he would just come to class one day and be like, my guinea pig died. And you'd be like, yeah, that's sort of like, oh, what happened this time? I feel like guinea pigs, they don't die like noble deaths. They always like get eaten by their family, or you're like, yeah, I just woke up one day and like he exploded or something like that. Sorry, it's not funny. I've never heard a story that was like, my guinea pig died, and it was like, oh, what happened? And it was like, oh, we put him to sleep. It was like always like he had something growing out of like the back of his head, and then just one day I woke up and there was no head. Like you're right, it is always some Final Destination shit. Like he got his legs stuck in the wheel, and then like by the time I woke up, it was too late. I saw A Quiet Place this weekend. It was Blur's set at Coachella. So true. I saw it. I mean, I wasn't there, but I saw the Twitter video.
We got one more. We'll go one more, yeah? You can do it better than that. You'll never see us again, so you might as well fucking sing this.
+2. It's so easy to just get a +2 for referencing something. Sad, man. Sad. I enjoy Blur. Would I be singing Girls and Boys if I was in front of stage at Coachella? No, I wouldn't. It's not because I don't know the words. That's track 1 on Park Life. It goes fucking Girls and Boys. Tracy Jacks is definitely number 2. I don't know what's number 3. I'm going to say maybe it's not ahead by a century, but end of the century. Is that it? I don't know. But I would be there enjoying it. I don't think you have to sing to enjoy the music. Like, why do I have to show the artist that I have appreciation for them? bro. Like, I paid $500 to be here. And now I've got an expectation that I can't just enjoy myself. Like, I gotta actually, like, put on a facade so Damon Albarn doesn't throw a temper tantrum. People in the US don't know Blur anyway. Oh, you mean the Gorillaz side project? Blur have half a good song. They actually have, like, 2 great albums. Just because you have a clock radio growing up, it's sad that you feel like that makes you, like, an authoritative source or whatever, but you could get away with that in some other chats. Around here, we'll keep you honest. You're gonna find that woohoo song. POV, your music taste was foundationally created by beer commercials in the year 2000. We got Oasis heads in here. I mean, if you hate Blur but like Oasis, I don't even think I need to finish the sentence. It's nothing nice is gonna be at the end of the sentence. Let's put it that way. What about neither? Okay, we all know you love Slow Dive, okay? That's not my problem. Stop making it my problem. Oasis son or Blur daughter? Blur daughter, 100%. It's not even close. I don't pick the daughter every time. I'm just like, the way that we structure the joke is we make the son more detestable and the daughter is just like having a good time. I mean, Oasis son, that's a nasty combo. Oasis daughter, I feel like you can sort of get away with. You know, if the dude pulls out an acoustic guitar and plays Wonderwall at the function, everybody's 20 years old, you can swoon a little bit as part of the culture. But like, you pass your 21-year-old friend the aux cord and he puts on like Champagne Supernova or something like that, you gotta be like, come on, brother. Shouldn't you be into like, you know, Grinder Man or something? The boredoms? Like you're single in 21, you spend 12 hours a day online and you're listening to fucking Ed Sheeran? You're supposed to be getting twisted, bro. It's your last chance. You should be into some weird stuff, okay? You shouldn't be getting past the aux cord and putting on Shawn Mendes. That's crazy. What are you doing with your time? If not going down some kind of cultural rabbit hole online. You're really sitting there at your computer 10 hours a day listening to like iHeartRadio.com? That's insane. Queen's son or Beatles' daughter? These are false dilemmas. Not because the premise is unfound, but rather because it's an obvious one. Beatles' daughter, bro. Beatles' daughter. What the fuck? I'm sorry, the Beatles are better than Queen. I got nothing against Queen anymore. Queen doesn't have a fucking Abbey Road, much less Revolver, Rubber Soul, Magical Mystery Tour, the White Album, etc. Like, put some respect on the LPs. I'm not saying they're a novelty band. They do have several novelty songs. We Are the Champions, novelty song. We Will Rock You, novelty song. Songs to get pumped up to come in last in your middle school softball tournament too. The little thing you don't know is that the other team's listening to the same song. I got nothing against Queen. If anything, I have something against you for pitting Queen against the Beatles. I never thought it could possibly happen. The Beatles in the modern day have somehow become actually a little bit underrated. It's the same thing where like online, if your entire socialization takes place in the internet, if you ever insult someone who's like 58 years old and I'm like, hey, be nice to them, they're like, no, the boomers caused every problem in society these days and they talk shit about us all the time. Then you actually like talk to the 58-year-old and they're like, nice day, isn't it? Working hard enough for you? There's no price tag. Oh, this isn't scanning right? I guess it's free then. They're just out there like, I'm not saying they didn't cause problems, okay? But on an individual level, they're mostly just living their lives. The same thing, people are like, everybody always talks about how good the Beatles are. Online, I only hear about how much they fucking suck from people that like listen to 2 songs. People are out here asking questions like, okay, pop quiz hotshot, gun to your head, Def Leppard or the Beatles? The Beatles. Are you crazy? Over Def Leppard? What are you talking about? You've been poisoned. Because already there were people in my Discord, that were trying to tell me that the Beach Boys have one good song and it's Surfin' USA, completely ignoring the entirety of Pet Sounds, broadly considered, you know, one of the best albums of all time. Then when you said they have one good song, I was thinking, where are they going to go with this one? Wouldn't it be nice? Good vibrations, God only knows. I wasn't made for these times. That's not me. Sloop John B, some shit like that. They said, no. Surfing USA. And if gun to my head, if you're going to make me choose another one, Kokomo. Kokomo? Come on, man. It is where I want to go. I've never been. I wouldn't know. Kokomo is nice. It makes me feel happy when I hear it. Bob's Burgers viewer spotted. No disrespect. I've never really seen... I've seen a couple episodes. I got nothing against it, but it's just not... Me personally, it's not my tempo. One day I'm going to watch Bob's Burgers. There's going to be an episode where, like, somebody gets fucking... their torso chopped in half or something, and I'm going to be like, oh, fuck! I didn't know. I thought it was mostly just, like... the daughter being sad because she's a teenager, and then the parents being like, you should be true to yourself. It's the only way to achieve true happiness. I thought it was just like 200 episodes of that. I didn't know. I didn't know that Tuco Salamanca shows up in season 3 and starts to take over the burger enterprise in Fayetteville. It's good third monitor content. It is funny seeing all the discourse about like television networks trying to make second monitor or second screen content because everybody's watching shows looking at their phone these days. And I'm like, I think that that's a bad sign, but also that's kind of my business, so I guess I can't fully hate it and be genuine about it, because pretty much all the time whenever people complain about my content, I'm like, you shouldn't be watching it as actively as you are. You should be doing something else at the same time when you got this shit up on the second monitor. Nickelback son or Reddit daughter? Oh, man. Can I tell you something, though? I did yesterday. It had been a while, so I thought I'm going to go in and check on my friends at the r/antinatalist subreddit. And I think I learned something. I think I freed myself from yet another yoke that I had been operating on. You know, we're all Plato's myth of the cave, right? We're all seeing shadows on the wall and then coming up with what those shadows are without actually seeing what's creating the light in the first place. I thought that... I don't mean to insult anybody's beliefs necessarily. This is just one man's opinion, okay? And it's full of rhetorical fallacies, which I know you guys go crazy for on r/antinatalist. But anyway, I went to r/antinatalist, and I was seeing the sort by top this month. And it was like, you will never be an environmentalist if you have one child. Having one child cancels out like 100 people going vegan, blah, blah, blah. And I started to like look through like the post history of the OPs that make this stuff, and I realized it's LARPing. It's debate club LARPing, and most of them are between the ages of 12 and 25. Which is fine, there's nothing right. It's a representation of a slice of society. But the people that get into the comments, it's a little circle jerk about like, yeah, having kids is bad, and also life is all suffering, so having a child is basically like doing a crime to them. And then they're like, but if a natalist came at you with this argument, how would you steel man it so that you could still have the upper hand in the position but rebuke it still? And then they get into like these discussions about like how to strengthen their arguments, which is good. You know, it's good to improve your rhetoric, but I was like, I took it a little bit more as it's an exercise in rhetoric and debate instead of like they actually 100. Well, maybe I'm putting words in their mouth, but I don't know if it's 100% that they dyed in the wool believe in antinatalism, or if it's just a great opportunity for intellectual gymnastics. Now, child-free, I can't speak for that because I don't go there. Because the people there are a little bit more sane most of the time. So true. Say what you will about the tenets of antinatalism, Donnie, but at least it's an ethos. We can't fight a two-front war against antinatalism and r/teachers at the same time. We've made our peace with r/teachers, and with r/antinatalism, I circled back at the end and said, you know, to render that to Caesar with that which is Caesar's, okay? What am I doing as a 35-year-old man with a kid going to r/antinatalism and then going like, what are they talking about over here? Like, it's just, you're asking for trouble. Straight son or flush daughter? I'm not answering that question. That's a problematic question. I hope both of my kids flush. The son and the daughter. And the Holy Ghost. Club me? So true. And that's what I'm saying, bro. Me talking to the other cavemen. He says, he emits a series of grunts. Remember, your hunting and gathering skills are valid. And I'm like, brother, I was talking about cards here, and now you're hitting me with the self-care conversation. By the way, I have to say, I've been loving, I haven't seen the Conan O'Brien Hot Ones. It's possible I never will. It's just the way of the world for me. It's a great skip, though. But I'm loving the living tribute, sorry, brother, to Conan O'Brien that's happening on the internet. Because he is one of the funniest motherfuckers that has been alive since I've been alive, without a doubt. The dude has been killing it consistently in every domain for like almost 40 years. Best late night show. Best like remotes, like skits on the late night show. Wrote some of the funniest episodes of The Simpsons. Like, the dude is just, he's nonstop. James Corden clears. It's close, okay? All I'm gonna say is Conan wishes he could do carpool karaoke with Gal Gadot, okay? Where do your intellect and long-term memories come from? Assuming your answer will not be your brain, since it has been proven there is no possible way the biological hardware can store that information, and it isn't even clear how thoughts and memories are constructed, where does that information come from? Or have you stopped trying to find out? Me trying not to create a nemesis for the rest of my life? Folks, this is why me personally, I'll never touch psychedelics. I'm just not ready to go through that looking glass, okay? Because I think there's a chance that I could come back, but I don't know if anybody's pulling the tether if I start tugging on it, okay? I have made an enemy for life, I'm sure. I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm not capable of answering the question, okay? Long-term memory is actually stored in your hippocampus, though. I think that the jury's a little out on it. You'll find if you actually look into the research. I'm a neuroscientist. Oh yeah? What am I thinking about? Sorry. The lung butter, I swear, is almost gone. It only comes out when I make a good joke now. You taking too many dabs? I'm gonna be real with you. I know it's gonna sound like I'm putting on airs. I don't know what a dab is. You need a blowtorch for it? Or a rig? Really? So when people say, like, I've been doing dabs all day, they're in the fucking lab. They're not sitting on their couch. They're like in a garage or like a workshop somewhere going like it's going, like Erlenmeyer flask, drip, 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 and then the vapor's coming up through like a condenser and go blip, blip, blip. Also, you can watch some fucking Bob's Burgers. That's crazy, man. I've taken 10 dabs so far during your stream. It's Monday. It's Monday at 10:50 a.m., man. Let me guess. Some people, not everybody lives in the West Coast. How about you? Well, yeah, I'm in Portland, but you got a lot of European viewers too, okay? So just chill with that kind of stuff. The world's a big place. It is tax day. That is, well, in the US at least. In Canada, it's April 30th. Me on April 15th. I got tons of time. Me on April 29th at 11:50. What the fuck, man? No, what the fuck? The Americans were done 2 weeks ago. I'm still doing this shit? Deja vu on a red seal steel. Dipped in a tortilla chip. I think you could drive... You know what the problem... People hate the Mama Liz bit right now. But if I honey dicked you a little bit, you'd be begging for it. If I was like a tortilla chip dipped in Mrs. Renfro's medium salsa. If I did that shit for like 45 minutes, you would be begging for the voice. A baby carrot dipped into hummus. Unleavened bread dipped into grocery store bought baba ganoush. Say it. A lavash wheat cracker dipped in Sparrow tzatziki sauce? Everyone's like, yeah! Yes! A 9. Me when someone posts Helen of Troy on r/rate me. I'm just gonna say it, and if somebody gets offended by it, no, that's comedy these days. Helen of Troy was probably like a little busted, right? I mean, it was like, when did the Trojan War even take place? It was like the year 41 or something like that. I'm not trying to be like an extreme hater, but I think, you know, with nutrition and sanitation and stuff like that these days, if we saw, honestly, Helen of Troy, if she lived these days, and this is a sad thing for society, I personally think she'd probably have like 5,000 Instagram followers. It's fiction, dude. No, you can visit Troy and tell me it's fiction. I want to see your face when you look at the people that fought in that war, and you look them in the eyes and tell them that shit didn't happen. When you tell them, oh, I don't believe that Achilles got fucking struck in his heel by an arrow, and you see their hearts break. Yeah, okay. What a bold take. People just say anything these days, man. Troy is real, bro. That's what I'm saying. The Patroclus that you was hanging with? People got no respect for King Midas either. It's too easy to just remix the Dave Chappelle bit. King Midas was my friend. He fucking died. Brother accidentally touched his tongue and choked on it. You know what that's like, to choke on gold? Let's just send this one down Main Street. It was ass. The angry video game nerd if he was a proctologist. You're fucking ass! It's shitting diarrhea like a bull with a cock-a-doodie! Who made this? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Me at the counting bee as a kid in the 3rd grade. I'm at the national championships. Racking my brain. Oh fuck, I studied this one. I know I studied this one. Oh, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is the dude. That is correct. The audience erupts. Woo! Good bit. Counting bee is a funny bit. Yeah, what if I told you it's not a bit? What if I told you that's where the world's headed? Not so funny now, is it? Jokerless. Jokerless is not easy, people. It's not easy. This one's a chore. It is a chore, and that's why we do it. After the stream today, I gotta go buy a full-size ladder so we can clean out our eaves troughs. I'm very familiar with chore maxing. You shouldn't clean your eaves troughs. You should... Sorry, I'm just doing my impression of you. You should let your fucking... There's no NL. There's micro-fauna in the eaves troughs that thrive in that brackish environment. Oh! Me taking a blowtorch to my lawn. Check out this dab rig. What have you done? Fauna mentions. Say something that's relatable for my 7-month-old. I think it's kind of crazy. Like, people think it's so easy to be a baby. But actually, it's got to be, like, a little horrifying when you come at it from the perspective of an adult. Because, like, you need something, you can't get it for yourself. But then, like, you can't express yourself with any nuance at all. Like, you can't be like, you know, I crap myself. All you got is, wah, wah, and then you're, like, already full and your tummy feels bad. And they're like, oh, you must be hungry. And you're like, no, bro! And then they'd, like, feed you and you eat a little bit. And then they're like, oh, I guess he just wants to cry. Just let him cry it out. My 2-year-old's cracking up right now. My daughter did say this weekend, she said, it's hard to be 3. And I said, what are you talking about? And she said, my head flips a lot. And I said, what do you mean your head flips? And then she said, it says, wear these shoes. Then it says, wear these shoes. Then it says, wear these shoes. And I'm like, I get it. Because I'm trying to get out the damn door to get to, you know, fucking calligraphy class or whatever. And I'm like, what shoes do you want? And she's like, winter boots. And I'm like, you can't wear winter boots to gymnastics. Like, they're going to think like I'm a derelict dad or something like that. It's like having DoorDash deliver your daughter's lunch to school or something like that. They're like, this person is not a good parent. It's hard to be any age. It's honestly, no disrespect, it's like not that hard to be 28. Obviously, I'm talking about like from my own perspective. It's not really that hard to be 35 either. Like sometimes I have like more responsibility than I would like to have on any given day, but that's about it. Thank God I'm 27. 35 with no kids is easy street. I believe that. But like, sure, you get back like 6 extra hours of possible free time every day, but then you got to spend at least 4 of it advocating for like a pub to be dog friendly but child free. So like it really basically comes out in the wash. I'm just saying we're not so different. 4 hours of getting into Twitter arguments with 14-year-old kids from the Philippines about social issues in Britain. I mean, we're all getting crushed by the same yoke is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I saw the discourse about the child-free pub. I'm not a deep state guy. I don't think the elites have to throw us like one piece of food and get us to fight each other. I think it's a problem with the human condition that we just choose to fight each other. The dude just took a picture with the sign. I find like anti-child energy a little cringe. But he wasn't doing that. He was just expressing himself. And then it created like an enormous ripple where people were like, I saw people having discussions like, oh, is it so wrong that like one space in the entire country doesn't have kids in it? You know, but if you make it child-free, then moms do most of the parenting, so moms won't ever be able to go anywhere social. Like, it's just, they're driving each other crazy, man. You're on the same team. But I will say there were people that are like, kids shouldn't be in an establishment that serves alcohol anyway. You are going to fuck this up for everybody. Shut the fuck up, you 11th grader. If you can't take your toddler into a pub, have fish and chips and a pint of Guinness because, like, 8 hours from now, some dude is going to throw up on the bar, then society has fallen. That's all I'm going to say, okay? It is weird. You can take your kid into the liquor store, at least in Canada, when they're young. Like, nobody looks at you like you're a degenerate if you and your 2-year-old go into the liquor store. Because you're like, obviously they're not feeding fucking Fireball to their 2-year-olds. But there must be an age where, like, that's not okay anymore, right? Like, if my daughter is 17 and I'm like, hey, I've just got to run in real quick and she comes in with me, aren't they going to be like, I can't sell you this because, like, she's underage? I'll be like, you sold it to me when she was 23 months old. It's a rhetorical fallacy is what I'm trying to say, cashier at the liquor store. It's a rhetorical fallacy. I did see the post as well where the lady was mad that someone took their baby into the dispensary. And she was also mad that somebody left their baby in the stroller outside of the dispensary. And I was like, I don't really know what's going on in there, but I'm pretty sure, I think it's illegal, but it probably should be legal to take your baby into the dispensary because they're not like gonna blow smoke in the baby's face, right? Like they're just selling you cannabis in a package. Isn't it just like an Apple store, but for getting high? Yes, you've pretty much got it. Okay. I think you should be able to take your 5-year-old into a dispensary then, but it was legal, but it's like, hey, relax. Because if it's legal, make it legal, man. Yeah, kids can go to the LCBO. You could bring your dog in, but you can't take your kid in. See, I'm just trying to start a fight now. Okay. Anything to distract me from Jokerless, okay? I don't know where the fuck we going on this one. It's only ante 2. There's no reason to cry yet. On the other hand, it's me, a San Jose Sharks fan. You're gonna make me cyberbully. Well, I don't know. The Sharks, I guess the Sharks and the Canucks have like some shared misery in the sense that they were like perennial candidates who never got over the hump. And then like, I mean, our regression is hopefully like on the cusp of being over, but your regression is like having basically just begun. I can understand where you're at. That being said, I love the quote from the Sharks goalie, who was like, yeah, I played pretty well, but then like it doesn't matter that much because we're all gonna die someday anyway. I'm a Capitals fan. You can't do that, okay? Like, listen, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. I know we've been through this time and time again, but sad boy sports fandom is so cringe to me. I was gonna say pathetic, so you might take issue with the word cringe, but I find the pathetic was the other word I was gonna use, okay? I just hate when people are like, because like I already see it happening with the Canucks, okay? We're probably gonna win the Pacific Division, so we're gonna have home ice advantage in the playoffs, but Canucks fans are gonna be like, yeah, but we matched up against LA. I don't really think we have a chance. Just fucking, it's sports, bro. You don't need to bake in like the, oh, my expectations are low, so whatever happens, happens, right? Like, just be like, I'm rooting for the blue team. They lost? Okay, I'm gonna fucking do the dishes. It's fine. But it's way worse when it's like a team that has had success in like the last decade. You're a Capitals fan, sad boy face. What are you talking? You won the Stanley Cup in like 2016 or something. You're chilling, bro. You had Ovechkin. He's going to be the highest or second highest scoring goal scorer in NHL history. He was on your team for his entire career. What are you complaining about? What about Blackhawks fans? No, absolutely cannot complain. 3 Stanley Cups, an enormous sexual assault cover-up history, still allowed to keep their franchise and gifted the #1 pick in the last draft when there was a generational talent. What are you complaining about? Red Wings? Are you fucking stupid? How would the Red Wings have anything to complain about? They made the playoffs 26 years straight and have won like 4 Stanley Cups in my lifetime. What have you've been bad for like 5 years and you're not even that bad? Now, if somebody was like, what about the Sabres? I'd be like, dude, fucking cope however you need to cope. That's rough. But the Red Wings? Like, what are you talking about? I'm a Rangers fan. They haven't won the cup in my lifetime. Okay, so you're fucking born 1994 or later. How many teams have won the cup in your lifetime? Like 11 teams total? You're just down here with the rest of us. What the fuck are you crying about? Coyotes fans are the ones who should be crying. Because not only is their team now moving, but like the entire time they were in the NHL, they were just getting made fun of like the whole time. And the #1 thing that they made fun of them for, besides never having a successful season, except that time they made the conference finals, I'm not piling on, I'm just calling it like I see it, okay? Was like, hey, your team shouldn't exist. It's gonna get moved. And then you had to be like, no, it's not. Gary Bettman is committed to keeping us here. And then in like 48 hours, he was like, psych. Remember all that stuff I said? We're moving the team to damn Utah. That sucks ass. You can't be mad at me. My basketball team got moved. Now, I don't watch basketball, and if I did, I wouldn't have rooted for the Grizzlies at the time. But still. Thoughts on the Habs? Controversial statement, perhaps. I think Habs fans actually can complain. They did win a Stanley Cup in my lifetime in 1993, and they have won 26 in their history, but almost all of those were from like 1900 to like 1980, okay? So like nobody here was alive for most of those, let's be honest. And then I was a Montreal Canadiens fan growing up, so for like 20 years, and they were basically like ass the whole time. They'd usually sneak in as like a #8 seed in the playoffs, and then sometimes they'd knock off the Boston Bruins, and then Richard Zednik would get his throat slashed by a skate or something like that, and then the whole thing would fall apart. Some great runs. Yaroslav Halak in 2010 knocking out the Washington Capitals after they won the President's Trophy. But like there were 20 years of Montreal Canadiens fandom between like Pierre Turgeon and Carey Price, where they had like one All-Star. And they did make the finals in the bubble, but like that was an accident. that was a glitch in the random number generator. The architect will not allow that to happen again, nor the builder. Flyers fans? Yeah, you can complain. Flyers fans can definitely complain. I could probably go down and give you the list, to be honest. But I'm not gonna, unless I can't think of anything else to say, because it's kind of not that many people watch hockey, honestly, so. I'm just saying, I don't want to see it. I know I'm gonna see it, but I don't want to see too much out of it. Or too much out of Canucks fans this playoffs. I definitely, like, I just can't stand the sports energy of, like, my team did good, but we're probably, I just know we're going to lose tonight. You're like, we're all going to die someday, brother. Why are you doing this? Because I think that, like, let's say the Canucks get matched up against the Stars. Let's say they get matched up against Vegas. What separates me from a Dallas fan or a Vegas fan? Some longitude and latitude? What do I care? I'm not going to diminish a Golden Knights victory by being like, I knew we were going to lose. I might diminish it by saying, like, I hope that the NHL closes all those, like, loopholes in the salary cap that allow you to abuse long-term injured reserve. But, like, I hate the game, not the player. I just want to see Canucks fans act like they've been there before. I guess that's what I'm saying, as a Canucks fan myself. And if we lose in the first round, fucking, I don't know, go cry about it. Go to Bonds off Broadway or something like that. Go to Duffin's Donuts. Go to Lucy's East Side Diner and fucking chill, bro. Have a fat tug and relax. It's going to be a beautiful summer. Have you looked outside recently? Has Peloton talk gone away? There should be a Peloton for sex. Me trying to come up with a bit off the top of my head with no preparation. Cause like what are you talking about? Well, like, listen, the AI is rising up, right? People are going to be having sex with, like, androids and stuff like that. Somebody's got to develop the sex training app. Because, like, the way that this shit worked in the early 2000s or something like that, you know, you'd be, like, 19 years old, you Google, like, sex tips. And you try to get, like, an encyclopedia of them so that when it finally happens, you're like, check it out. I'm like the Michael Jordan of basketball of sex. But then, like, what? Once every year you get a chance? It's too much pressure. You're trying to put all this shit into practice that you read online, but you never actually got any training in the lab. And then you fuck it up, and then you gotta wait, like, another year to try again. That's why we need, like, an app that's like, okay, day one, just start with the fucking foreplay, and then you do, like, a month of foreplay, and then they're like, okay, now we're gonna work on, like, the next step, and, like, you know, I don't want to get too into it. I'm just saying, then we would have some serious sexual superstars out there. They need some on-the-job training, bro. You can't just go to reddit.com/r/sex tips or something like that and then hold that information in your brain. You need to get some time, like, out of the saddle. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about you guys. I'm looking out for you. I got it under control. You don't even have to worry about that. I'm so good at it, I can get it done in like 30, 45 seconds sometimes. It's you guys that I'm worried about. I do it all night long. I think you're doing it fucking wrong, bro. I think you're something's not right in your methodology, okay? You need the app. I just need the funding. I'm on SSRIs, bro. Give me a break. We could have like a setting for that in the app or something like that. We could have themed sexual rides. Yeah, dude, it would work. They all laughed at the guy who invented the AI pin too, but now look at him. I haven't been to YouTube today. Is he doing okay? I suppose I could play 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, a straight flush. Is that what they're calling a suited run these days? Well, nevertheless. Straight flush. Is that what they call it when you put Chapel Roan on the jukebox at the gay bar? Because isn't it like... Help me out, Gen Z! Help me out! He knows Chapel Roan? I don't know Chapel Roan. Explain the joke. Maybe the flush could be to flush people out. Straight flush. You're flushing the straight people out of the gay bar by playing Chapel Roan on the jukebox, who is a gay ally. Wait, you got me? +2. The rare time explaining the joke takes it from a -2 to a +2? And all I had to do was let the mask slip and reveal my heterophobia. He's an ally. You know what? Let's walk back that ally stuff. I want to see a toxic gay marriage. You know why? There's some gay superiority on social media. Anytime a heterosexual couple has a problem, all the quote tweets are like, are the straights okay? Do straight people even love their spouses? Why do so many straight people get married to people they don't even like? And I'm like, I bet there's some fucked up gay marriages out there, okay? I bet there's some marriages where like one of the husbands like constantly interrupts the other one and talks over them, and the other one like subtly undermines the dude by talking about him behind his back in the group chat or something like that. I guarantee it, man. They will not divide us. Like Ellen? I didn't say shit about Ellen. I was talking about Chapel Rowan, okay? Come to Kyrgyzstan? Listen, I'll keep it real with you, brother. If you set up the fucking 5-star hotel in Bishkek, you might see me there. You might see me there. If I get the email and it says queen-size bed at the Ramada, you won't catch me on the flight to Bishkek International Airport, okay? Bishkek has multiple 5-star hotels with many different kinds of beds. I apologize, Bishkek. I wasn't familiar with your game. Wasn't trying to make any enemies of my Kyrgyzstan viewers. Hey, what nationality do you make fun of in Kyrgyzstan? We don't? Yeah, no. You're amongst friends. You know how in Hungary they make fun of Scottish people for some reason? Who do they make fun of in Kyrgyzstan? Uzbekistan? Okay, I'm doing a full Kyrgyzstan pivot. What does someone from Uzbekistan do when they get cold? Move closer to the candle. What do they do if they get really cold? Light it. My stock in Kyrgyzstan is going through the motherfucking roof right now, bro. This is an honest question. How the fuck are you supposed to buy like a 15-foot ladder? No, I know what store I can get it from, but like how am I supposed to get it home? They're collapsible? I'm kind of scared about buying like a collapsible ladder though, because what if I'm up on the eaves trough and the fucking latches go? Aren't I gonna be like, whoa! Daddy's going for a ride. That would probably kill me. Yeah, I'd have to imagine that would probably... Well, I guess it depends whether I landed on a shrub or like the stones. You got a better chance of dying on the way to Home Depot? Normally I would +2 that, but I don't know if that's true. Car accidents do happen all the time, but I also feel like a surprisingly high amount of people die in like household accidents. And there's only so many ways you can die in a household accident. I gotta imagine like most of them are falls. Falling down the stairs, doing a chore, you fall off the ladder. Household accidents are the #1 killer by far. I'm trying, I thought you were on my side, but you don't need to lie. Our argument is already strong. Household accidents are not the #1 cause of death. It's like heart attacks, man. No, I'm just reading my emails. Worst streamer just dropped. I'm literally just reading my emails with the screen off. Right, if I wanted to be a good streamer, I would wait for my Doordash to come and then I would read my emails while eating my food. Did I tell you guys that we ordered Doordash on like last Thursday and the dude just ate the food and peaced out? He was hungry? Why? Listen, I'm not going to say like he should go to prison or anything. It was just kind of put us out a little bit because it took like, you know, you made the order and then it took like 45 minutes for him to pick it up from the restaurant. And then as soon as he picked it up from the restaurant, it was like, enjoy your food. I was like, it just kind of, it's not that we just didn't get the food. It's also that it fucked up our schedule by like 45 minutes. So true. I bet you didn't expect such a hungry guy. Let me get one of those slices. What did you think was going to happen here? That I wouldn't be hungry? That I wouldn't ask for a slice? On DoorDash, you basically get a free contract violation every 50 deliveries. Wait, is that fucking true? That's sick, bro. You know what we gotta do to counter that meta? I gotta stop ordering delicious food. I gotta start ordering some like mediocre food instead. Because that's gonna make me less of a target. What were we doing getting Korean fried chicken? We should have gotten like a Chipotle burrito bowl or something like that. Then he would have been like, no, I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save the get out of jail free card. The dolls. Pokedoku master puzzle by out of context Pokemon blue Porygon. Blue Pory, or is that Porygon Z? Sorry, I'm not trying to make any enemies here at the start of Pokedoku. I'm trying to make sure. Porygon Z. Fire dual type. Maybe you've heard of him. He's the Giga Chad Charizard. Bug dual type. Yeah, Scyther, bro. He's flying bug. Final evolution dual type. Yeah, maybe you've heard of him. Dragonite, bro. He's dragon flying or something. Now, Galar is the one where the Weezing wears the top hat. Weezing Galar. My God. Bug Pokemon from the 3rd gen. Anorith. Whoa! Bug Pokemon from the Galar gen. Easy. Beedrill Galar. Easy. Caterpie Galar. Cowboy hat Caterpie? Dipped in Eradicate Alola resin oil sauce. What is cowboy hat Caterpie? This must be like an inside joke, right? He got that blank on him. So true. I have no idea. He's balling. That's like the cool guy Squirtle. The Pokemon Go Squirtle that has the sunglasses. Infernape Galar. Cinder Ace Galar. Arcanine Hizui. Darmanitan Galar. But there's a red Darmanitan. There's a red. He's got fire. Darmanitan Galar Zen. Yo! Okay. Hone Final Evolution. Oh, doesn't include Pokemon without an evolutionary line. Okay, well, we can derive this. Fire. Let me think for a second. Could be Torchic, right? Could be Torchic. It is Torchic. Torchic evolves into Rooster. Torchic evolves into Wo-Chien. Torchic. I don't know what you evolve into, to be honest with you. Tornadus Incarnate? Tornadus. Good day to you. My name is Tornadus Therian. No way. Another Tornadus. I'm Tornadus Incarnate. Totodile. No. There's your modem be like, so is it Mudkip? Is it Marsh Stomp then? Is it Marsh? Is not Marsh Stomp is the teenage Mudkip? Swampert. Yes! We missed or Beetle or Frosmoth. You were looking for Blaziken? No shot. Torchic evolves into Blaziken? Doesn't the dude, like, he turns into a soccer player? He goes from bird to soccer player? What major Canadian city acted as the host for the 2010 Olympics? That's a tough one. There we go. We always get one sports question. In 1984, this politician was Walter Mondale's running mate, making her the first female vice presidential nominee representing a major American political party. I honestly don't know the answer. Fair enough. That's a tough one. I don't think it's Olympia Dukakis. Dude, that's pretty sure she's an actor. I don't know. I don't know the answer. Janet Reno. They don't even have her ass in the game, bro. Kamala Harris. Probably Chiang Kai-shek, I think. That's John Stamos. And then Tina Fey? I'm going to say it's Tina Fey. Oh! 47% got the mashup today. I'm proud of them. Geraldine Ferraro. To be honest, a blind spot. I just didn't know. No disrespect to Walter Mondale, but I do think that, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure he got 16 electoral college votes. No disrespect. That's just facts. I'm not saying it should have gone down like that. I'm just saying. He got lit up. He did. He got rocked, man. Listen, I wish it went down the other way, but he went 1v1 mid. He went band for band with Ronald Reagan, and Ronald Reagan had been CSing for 4 years. Like, the dude was fucking fed. He had Midas already. He had Scotty's. He had Aghanim Scepter. And you went 1v1 mid. You and Geraldine Ferraro. You were lucky to win Minnesota, bro. After he went down, Reagan pushed racks, though. And we're still dealing with the consequences today. Fucking mega creeps all around us, man. Or something. I don't know. The metaphor kind of fell apart, but... Nazoya organic firm tofu, 4 times 18 ounces. Organic sprouted firm tofu. Nasoya made with sprouted soybeans. Let me guess, one of these things says plant-based. Yeah, no kidding. Wow, 8 grams of protein per serving. No disrespect to the tofu. Cheddar and jalapeno bagel from Costco. 13 grams of protein. It's just flour. And somehow they got 13 grams of protein into that thing. Now, it does have 60 grams of carbs. I'll give you that. If you're not on the Peloton, you might want to be careful with that, but... I was stunned when I looked at it and saw that it was 13 grams of protein. I guess, you're right. Flour must be, it's 12% protein. 4 18-ounce blocks. Net weight, 4.5 pounds. Holy fuck, boys. I'm going to say that's $13.99. Cheaper. $10.99. $7.99? I gotta go vegetarian, bro. This is crazy. $5.49? That's further away. $6.49 for that's like $1.26 a pound or something. Ham is the cheapest lunch meat. That shit's like, I don't even know. It's like $5 or $6 a pound, man. Start eating tofu sandwiches. I will say I'm not anti-tofu. I'm not a huge tofu guy. Even when I was vegetarian, I always defaulted to the beans rather than the tofu. No, I've had mapo tofu. Listen, don't condescend to me. I've been to restaurants. My ideal form of tofu, agadashi tofu, nice appetizer at a sushi place. Other than that, I'm like, maybe it sounds crazy. I swear to you, I can only say that I'm being honest with myself. And if you think that I'm lying, then just consider what my motivation for that could possibly be. If it was like, you can either have chicken teriyaki, hold the chicken, or tofu teriyaki, I would honestly be like, could you just give me the chicken teriyaki, hold the chicken, and maybe throw in like some extra carrots or something? Bro wants saucy rice? Yeah. Chad. It is really funny that it looks like a face. Oh, is it funny that the borders were caused by centuries of European colonialism? Who said that? Who said that? I don't know the history of Chad. All I know is it looks like a dude, okay? Nobody said it. Someone was thinking it. It's an r/child-free mod was thinking it for sure. No disrespect or whatever. Belarus. Ireland. Warmer. Fucking Faroe Islands, bro. Did you mean the Netherlands? Here we go again. Fucking Iceland. It is Iceland. Look at that. Imagine being a Viking in like the 11th century. Your ass sails from Norway to Iceland. You're chilling on Iceland for a bit. You're like, it's cold as fuck here. You sail a little bit further. Grass. Holy shit, there's grass here. And moss and loam and fucking peat. Well, let's set up a fucking outpost here. 6 months later, the winter comes in. You're on the biggest iceberg in planet Earth. Can you imagine leaving Norway in a fucking reed boat, sailing across the North Sea, zooming out at the end of your life and realizing your ass landed in Greenland? You'd be like, what the fuck, bro? It's the worst trade in human history. I went from Oslo to Nuuk. They did not have reed boats. Okay, fucking wood or whatever. Timber of some sort. They were long, I know that. They had the longest boats, people. They did. They also landed in Florida. Now that must have been sick. But can you imagine being like a Viking and landing in Florida? And then like, you're like, this is amazing here. A little hot, but you know, it is a little muggy. Kind of smells like gasoline. They didn't know what that was, I suppose. But then like, you hop off the boat, set up your tent, and then there's a fucking crocodile there. Hang, they're biting your shit. You'd be like, go back, man. It's the craziest, it's some kind of scaly green reindeer with sharp teeth as sharp as a spear. I love when Box Office Game gives me something like from 2001 to 2006. That's right in my fucking Q zone, bro. I don't like when we got video games. Video games, just want to play video games all the time and every day. Xbox, GameCube, PlayStation 2. Learned all about them when they were new. You know that one? Klonoa. Dream Champ Tournament. No, Densetsu no star medal. 97%? That's a star. This is Super Mario. Original platform Wii. I said original platform. Holy fuck, I'm cooked, man. Super Mario Galaxy 1. Ooh, Super Mario Galaxy 2. You nailed it. You literally play games for a living? Not really. Like, if I'm a mail carrier, I don't know the name of a truck, you'd be like, bro, you're in a truck every day. You're like, yeah, I'm fucking delivering judicial summons and shit like that. I talk for a living. The games are ancillary. Great analogy, perfectly adequate, perfectly cromulent analogy. Me making an analogy is kind of like Michael Jordan. If I'm making analogies is kind of like when Michael Jordan gets the ball and he drives to the hoop and puts it in the hoop and they get 2 points. The hell is this, bro? Every year, like the first week of university, there would be an art and poster sale in the John Deutsch University Center. It's since been demolished and replaced with a more modern building at Queen's University in sunny Kingston, Ontario. 98% of the shit at the poster sale look like this. I feel like that's a risky proposition, man. Like, you're really giving like 17 and 18-year-old kids with autonomy for the first time ever the opportunity to socially like ruin their lives on day 3 of freshman year of college by putting this up in their dorm room. Fucking Mermaid Zeus or Triton or whatever the fuck this shit is. I got off easy. I bought a Flaming Lips poster and I was like, this is going to be so cool. Everyone's going to know that I listen to the Flaming Lips. But back in 2006, not that many people knew about the Flaming Lips when they were 18 years old. It's all changed. The culture's all changed now. Should have just gotten the Scarface one. You know, the Scarface one where he's like, or the one with the ladies, they're sitting on the edge of a pool and their backs are painted with the Pink Floyd albums. Yeah, okay. Or John Belushi wearing the college sweater. Yeah. Or Bob Marley smoking a cannabis cigarette. Pulp Fiction one, yeah, Pulp Fiction. Costanza on the couch, You got lots of them there. Boondock Saints. So true. That's Odin. Age of Mythology. It's kind of fucked up, though, because Cleopatra is, like, real, right? It's not Cleopatra. Oh, my bad. She's dressed like Cleopatra. She got the damn crop top on. Honestly, it looks like she's at Coachella this weekend, probably not knowing any of the words to Girls and Boys by Blur, if I had to guess. I'm just getting that vibe. She looks like she's got more of like a Chapel Roan type thing going on, which we respect and support around here. Topical, I'm just saying words.
Farouche, an adjective meaning wild.
Yep. Hey, Rin Plays Games. Thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Thank you.
Rizzability, a noun meaning laughter. 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 Rizzability.
Oh, motherfucker. That's a good hard word, though. I thought we had a chance.
Tanager. A noun meaning any of numerous chiefly tropical American oskin birds, family Thraupidae, that are often brightly colored and inhabit mostly woodlands. Tanagra comes from New Latin, modified from Portuguese tangara, from Tupi tagara. Tanager.
One more time.
A noun meaning any of numerous chiefly tropical American oskin birds, family
oskin birds.
Thraupidae, that are often brightly colored and inhabit mostly woodlands.
Mostly woodlands, okay.
Tanagra comes from New Latin, modified from Portuguese tangara, from Tupi tagara.
From Tupi tagara.
Tanager. A noun.
Okay. Why didn't you say so?
Edinburgh. A biographical name.
Why is she so aggressive, bro?
A biographical name meaning Duke of Edinburgh.
She's pissed off.
Desiccate. A verb meaning to dry up.
No! 1 S, 2 C's. Farouche. Rizzability. It's a tough one today. It's a tough one. FoodGuessr. Meat, vegetables, meat broth. From the nation of Ireland. From the nation of France? From the nation of the United Kingdom? This is pissing me off, brother. Oh, Pickelsteiner. It's from Germany, bro. This is just what they call stew in Germany. This is what all of my stews look like. I don't make Pickelsteiner, I make beef stew. Meat, vegetables, meat broth, that's stew, bro. There's no pickles in this bitch. Gruel. Potato starch, milk, and possibly sugar. I just couldn't even come up with a guess, man. Armenia. Warm, okay. Ukraine. Warm. Belarus. Warm. No. Helmipuro, it's Finland, bro. What are you doing? Also, not close to Armenia. Also known as Finnish semolina pudding. It's commonly served as breakfast or dessert in Finland. It's one country away. Okay, I see your point. This is gruel. What do you mean doesn't look too bad? It's flour and milk, bro. Like I'm not saying it's the worst looking thing on the planet, but I mean they couldn't put like some berries in it or something, just because it's just slop, right? This is like the NutriPaste dispenser from Oxygen Not Included. Honestly, it's pretty good. I got a hard time believing that, honestly. You couldn't put like some brown sugar on top of it or something. They didn't have brown sugar in the 9th century in Finland. Okay, but we're past that now. No disrespect. Dev Patel, 2-word title. You really think I'm going to play Monkey Man? Slumdog Millionaire. The Patrician's Choice. 15 to 2024. Lion. $100 million plus at the worldwide box office. Nicole Kidman, 2-word title. Dev Patel, $100 million at the box office. The Green Knight was not pulling those kind of numbers, man. What the hell else? I used all my Dev Patel movies. I should have played Monkey Man here and then played Slumdog Millionaire over here, bro. I thought I was getting ahead of myself. The Life of Pi, mayhaps? My Life in Pink. Life of Pi. Life of Pi. He ain't in that one, huh? Chappie. I don't know. Chappie probably crossed 100 million. Green Knight. Yeah. But there's no way Lion crossed 100 million, so don't cry. Don't cry about that one. 57%. People couldn't get a Ewan McGregor movie from 2000, from the last 10 years? People haven't heard about Dr. Sleep, bro? People haven't, they couldn't name a Nicole Kidman movie from the last 10 years? What's Dr. Sleep? Is the fucking sequel to The Shining. This one is just, this is movie grid on steroids, man. This is movie grid on steroids. Captain America Civil War, The Hurt Locker. Yeah. Jeremy Renner. Avengers Infinity War, Hurt Locker. Jeremy Renner. Ant-Man in the Hurt Locker. Anthony Mackie. Okay, take me back. Avengers Infinity War, Hurt Locker. Anthony Mackie, correct? The Hurt Locker. Michael Pena? Is Michael Pena in the Hurt Locker? Nope. No, he's not. He's not, people. He's not. Jeremy Renner. Anthony Mackie. No, Anthony Mackie, of course. Of course. Ant-Man, Traffic. Gotta say Michael Douglas. Avengers Infinity War and Traffic. Gotta say Benicio del Toro. Me trying to say thank you for the fish at a Spanish sushi restaurant. White boy orders sushi in fucked up Spanish and Japanese, beaten to death on the steps of the restaurant. Captain America Civil War and Traffic. Civil War and Traffic. Gonna have to say, Catherine Zeta-Jones? I'd be surprised, people. Who's that guy? Hurt? John Hurt? Maybe it's William? Hurt? All right, let's take a break on that one. Ant-Man, Oscar-winning actor. Michael Douglas. Avengers Infinity War, Oscar-winning actor. As of recently, Robert Downey Jr. Captain America Civil War, Oscar-winning actor. Robert Downey Jr. Sorry. Bro, we're just missing one. I could beat the grid for the first time ever. Traffic and Captain America Civil War. Robert Downey Jr. Oh. Captain America Civil War. Penelope Cruz. She's not in that. Penelope Cruz. Michael Douglas. It's simple. Daniel Bruhl. I gotta think about this one second. So you got Sebastian Stan, Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., Samuel L. Jackson. So close. Success rate 0. Don Cheadle. It's gonna dawn on you any moment. It's not Al anymore, it's Don. I'm trying to bring you back. Did you know that there's a brand of snack cracker called Wheat Thins? You probably knew that. Did you know there's a bougie upscale cracker called Stoned Wheat Thins? I've been trying to figure out how to cook it and interweave it into some kind of joke. Like Wheat Thins? Stoned Wheat Thins? I'm working on it, okay? I'm working on it. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Later. Can you sing some Genuine? Oh, you mean the burp song? Burr, 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 burr. I'm just a bachelor looking for a partner. Someone who knows how to ride without trying to fall in love. Got to be compatible. Push it to the limit. Be sure when I break it off, she's not gonna wanna get off. You're horny, let's do it. Riding on my pony, my saddle's waiting. Come and jump on it. Like that Genuine song.